bro. Hey, Sam, the watch along was cold, by the way. Hey,
I
feel so relaxed. I feel so chilled. Liverpool, I've gone away to Milan again. San Siro settings and just smoked them up, man. Slapped them up. Made it look easy as well. You're right. 11 minutes in, I thought it was going to be a long day. But Gravenberch today, oh my days. There's going to be plenty of players we need to speak about. It's the cooling show. I'm going to drop the link in a second. But yeah, Sab, man, how you feeling, bro? Feeling good, blood. Little 3-1 of that. Simples. Back to
sunlight. Sunlight, blood. You get me?
My team, bro. Hey, bro, I ain't even going to lie, man. Do you know, I ain't even going to mention him until the end, bro. When we do the ratings, you know, after we get the callers in, certain man decided to ghost off the game today, and there's certain performances were good, man, but today, man, I can't lie, man. There's some tackles I saw Gravenberch do today. Just interceptions, bro. There was one, he stood up, Pulisic stood him up. A man waited for him to pass. He was like, yeah, pass it, bro, pass it. And as soon as he passed, he just took that. Give me that. Let me go. Nah, cold, man. Big up everyone inside the building as well, man. All right, let me drop the link, man. Let me drop the link. Get these callers right away. Oh, bro, I'm so proud of this damn ass team, man. What's that? 4 wins out of 5 so far this season.
Yeah, blood. Great game, man.
Good game of football, man. And Sobo got a little tapping in that, but I know the man them are gonna, you know what I mean, still say the 5-yard passes were in the one today still.
No, his 5-yard passes stopped blood, but apart from that, he was really good, man. It was really good.
Yeah, there you go, people. That's the link in there. Get your 3 minutes, jump in, chop it up, man. Let us know what you think of the game, man. Arne Slot, I think he got the tactics right, bro. I think McAllister and Gravenberch sitting in that midfield today was cold, man. And then Sobo as well. After they scored, it felt like we just went and gone, do you know what? We now need to do what we need to do. And we just started pressing, man. And I heard you say on the watch along, he was just orchestrating everything, bro. Nah, run there. No, when we press, we need to move up. Nah, it was cold today, man. Very, very good. Very, very good.
Yeah, it's cold, man. Nah, it's great performances, man. Like I said in the watch along, man. I don't even, bro. Honestly, yeah, you can analyze the thing in there. I couldn't give a shit about the first 10 minutes anymore. But don't give me another 80 minutes like that. Then say if I don't care about the 10 minutes. And from the 11th minute onwards, bro, we were the better team for the whole game, bro. I mean, we're better. They didn't do anything up until the last minute, bro. Leal sat man down still, but apart from that, bro, yeah, man, we had them, bro. They couldn't hang with us at all. I think even if we didn't get goals from set pieces and we needed other goals, we would have got them.
Yeah, facts.
I feel like every player put a shift in. I was speaking to Cody now. But yeah, I feel like every player put a shift in, which is a beautiful thing. Yeah, no one was hiding when they needed to press. I like it, man. And
giving a full run to Tsimikas as well, man, and not needed Robbo. That means he gets a whole game, a whole week of rest. So obviously, you know, when he steps back in, you'd think for the Premier League game, then you know he's good to go, bro.
Yeah. I agree with that, man.
Let's get
as I said, man, sometimes just bad day in the office and that, but you know what I mean? Now you know it was just a bad day in the office, done. Let's move on. I want to follow stuff still. Fuck that.
Big up, bro.
Evening, my friends. How you doing?
All good, man. How are you?
I'm fine.
Go ahead, man. What's your thoughts on the game?
Still there, Paul?
Paul went into the quantum realm, you know. Paul, you there? No? Yes? Maybe?
I'm moving like someone used the Mind Stone on man, brother.
Yeah, Paul, jump out and jump back in, man, and I'll start it again. Yeah, hey, listen, we was talking in the preview about set pieces. We need to see the man them, you know what I mean, look a bit more dangerous from set pieces and scoring goals. And the first 2 goals, bro, are set pieces.
Sorry about that, lads. My computer cut out there.
That's all good.
So,
okay, go ahead, man.
Let's hope it stays on this time. Just saying, much better than Saturday. Much better, much more improvement. We had some penetration this time. We created enough chances to bury the motherfuckers, man. Enough chances to win that game handsomely. But I don't think I think Mo's having a bit of an off day or an off week. Yeah, he missed 2 decent gilt-edged chances, in my personal opinion. There were opportunities where the ball's going to be squared to someone else, could have been pullbacks rather than people going for the goal, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Still not convinced by Slob. Not convinced by him. He's still misplacing passes, and I'm just not convinced by him yet. Yeah.
What does he have to do to convince you then?
Pardon?
What does he have to do to convince you?
Just be consistent and be creative, basically. Not being this continuous running machine. He has to be. If he's going to be a 10, he's got to be a creative 10, which he isn't. He's just basically there to be roadkill.
But he got a goal today, didn't he? You know what I mean? He wasn't just running around. He got a goal today. He wasn't just running around.
Yeah, today, yes. But I want that to continue. Less emphasis on running around and more emphasis on being a creative 10. If he's going to be a hard-working midfield player, then put him as an 8. Don't put him as a 10. A 10 should be a creative fulcrum. Should be there to put little passes into the box. Just basically create a little bit of magic. Yeah.
Paul, can I ask, just purely today's game, how did you think he did?
An improvement. That's why I said that earlier. An improvement.
No.
Yeah,
just
it's
today's
improvement.
game. Just today's game. Give it a number out of 10. You know, describe it.
I'll give him a 6 or 7. 6 out of 7. I'm a half full. I'm a glass half full man. Yeah.
Well, I've come to learn that about you, Paul. To be honest with you, I don't share that opinion. I thought it was very good, and I think especially when AC Milan had to come out and space opened up, I think he was manipulating space brilliantly well, and he was.
I mean,
he was playing.
The man of the match by a country mile was Grav again. He's been a revelation. Even though I still go out and get a number 6, I still go out and get number 6's backup, or even as a first choice. So
fair enough, man, Paul. We'll chop that up, man. We'll chop it up for you, Paul.
Okay. Thanks for having me on, gents. Enjoy your evening. Take care.
Cheers, Paul.
Go on, Cav. Sound like you had something to say there, bro.
No. Everybody's entitled to their opinions. Just some people's opinions stink, and that's fine. I strongly disagree. I think whilst 1 or 2 passes could have been better, could have maybe scored from a bit more precise passing from Szoboszlai. I just think his overall performance was very good. I think his off the ball again was very good, working hard. There's many times where AC sort of broke our midfield, broke the lines, and they were pressing, and he was the man that was getting back. You know, using his strength, using his energy to come back and defend that back four, which was great. Moving forward, in the first half, he was good, and he just improved as the game went on and as space was created. There was, if not for better decision making or touches from the forwards, he could have maybe got an assist or 2 in there as well. So I think it was a good performance, and he was. I'm not sure how much he meant his finish, but he walked away with a goal, and that's what we've asked for. You know, that's what we said before going into today's game. Work hard as you have, but please contribute when you get to the other end of the pitch. And I feel like he did that. I think we're being really too critical if we're finding faults in that performance. To be honest with you, I think we were expecting too much too soon. I think it was very good. I think it was a very good performance overall.
Now, let me bring in Red for life and get what he has to say about it. You there, yeah?
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Good, man. Man's got that teamy Wi-Fi. Can you hear us, bro? You might have to leave and then jump back in. Leave and jump back in.
He's got little Indian kids working on a generator with that Wi-Fi. Blood. That's that Mumbai sweatshop Wi-Fi. Blood. That's
Jesus Christ. All right, let me bring in Pops. Pops, big up, man.
Using that petrol station Wi-Fi. Blood.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, cool. Big up, yeah. Inside.
Big up, bro.
Happy birthday, Mr. Locke, man. That's what you talking about. Big up Savage, yo. First and foremost, big up Savage.
Love, bro.
I was driving and listening to you. I felt I could see what was going on. So big up to you, man.
I love, bro.
Just got a piece at the end, but I see this man in the middle, Savage, right? See this man in the middle next to you. I've seen his true colors today, though. The true colors came out today. So I got not Cav. So I'll switch Cav into the middle.
You said the man in the middle,
the man had gone to the extreme. Now don't worry about it. I got it noted in the book now, though, Endz. I got you covered now. I understand certain things. So we good now. We good, Endz. Endz, we good, Endz. We good.
Bless you.
Ibu and VIBZZ scoring for me is the best part of this. The best. Yes, I was late too, but he's an attacking player who's always going to score. Forget all the foolishness people talking, but Ibu and VIBZZ scoring, that excites me because that's what you need. You saw it this weekend. Gabriel stealing one on Spurs, and you knew that was going to happen. I predicted a 1-0 to Arsenal because Spurs, much like United, don't know what to do with the ball. Get them the ball, let them play around with it, and hit the money counter. You can score that high line foolishness. Romero running well. So I want to see us doing that more often. VIBZZ and Ibu got to do that more often. They got to rescue us. At times this season, we can need that. I'm happy to see the Gumshield Gorgon get a run. Happy for Costas. Happy for Chiesa. And all the other men that get slandered. Happy for all of them for the win. Good to see Lucho Gaines to put his feet up. Gakpo doing a good job. Gravenberch continuing to work. Szoboszlai hopefully changing the image that he had somehow put back up. I know. I know what's going on. I know it's the narrative, but whatever it is, I'm happy. 3-1 in the San Siro. A little disappointed with the goal, to be honest. I would have taken it 2-0 and felt a little better, but scoring 3 feels good. So on to the cherries. Let's eat.
So my question then, you still got a minute. What's my issue with me? And
no, Endz, we ain't got an issue.
What's the issue, bro?
I said clearly. I saw your colors today. Your full red shirt. Your full red shirt was on. I saw it.
It was MIA again today, bro. Tell me.
I got you. Well, like I said, all I heard from the commentator was Mo, oh, he hits the crossbar. So that's all I heard about him.
So we're cool with crossbars when it's Mo, but when it's done,
no, that's why I'm just saying. I'm saying what I heard. You asked me what I heard.
He turned up.
I'm telling you what I heard.
One completed pass to the man in the final third, bro. Just around the back post waiting for passes.
I'm telling you what I heard. I told you that I didn't watch. I listened to Savage. So Savage gave me my eyes today, so I can't tell you. I only saw the last piece where he tried to dribble and score, which a number of other men tried to do, but I didn't see them get the same comment. But like I said, I see your colors. I got you.
And you did towards the end. You did sound a bit angry for no reason.
Yeah,
because bro, listen, I need the man them to just keep it simple, bro. This is what I mean about the little fine details what I look for. A man can square it to someone for a better position. No, you want to shoot between 7 men. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should just stop doing what I'm doing.
I didn't say you was wrong for what you said.
No one said you were wrong. It was how you said it.
No, it was because he should have passed it. That's another goal to me, or a better opportunity for another goal.
So should Costas have passed it as well? I said Lucius passed it as well. And should Nunes? Yeah, but there was no comment for any of them though. But like I said,
no, because I'm watching. I'm watching. I can't be typing and watching, bro. I complain about man doing it. Okay, so I'm watching the game, and when I get an opportunity, when we're holding on to ball like Virgil and Ali, I can send a quick message.
The one thing we can all agree on is that Costas don't need to be shooting anytime soon.
Yeah, he's covered. I think he took all today.
All right, Pops, what I'm gonna do, Pops, I'll bring in Red for Life, and then I'll bring you back in it once I get these guys.
Yeah, throw me back whenever you're ready.
All right, my bro. Big up, man. Because we have to talk about your boy Mo still. That's 2 games in a row. It's 2 games in a row, blood. Dead food. Big up Red for Life, bro.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yo, this man just want to go Sky upgrade, blood, man. Man, upgraded his Wi-Fi in minutes.
No, I'm outside my place. I forgot to turn the Wi-Fi off so I can just be on like the network. Or whatever.
I love, man.
Go ahead. Talk to us, man. Tell us how you
Yeah,
feel
man.
about
It was an enjoyable game. It's better with the watch along with Savage always.
Big up, bro. Love, man.
Yeah, it's been a while since I called in, so I just wanted to say what's up to you guys and hope you're enjoying the new head coach, new manager, whatever you want to call him. I think it's going well so far. I don't know. I'm not gonna throw a tizzy over a 1-0 loss to Forest. I know it's Forest and it's at home, whatever, but it's 3 games into the Prem. Now we just won away at Milan, so I think we're doing pretty well so far. Nothing to complain about. I was a little bit skeptical, or maybe a little bit curious about how he's gonna rotate. If he's gonna rotate, what that means to Slot. Because apparently he didn't do too much when he was at Feyenoord. So I'm not expecting the same type of rotation that maybe we're all hoping for or expecting, where it's going to be like a specific 11 for one tournament, another specific 11 for another tournament, and just keep it like that. I think from what we've seen so far, and even in the preseason, he might do like 60 minutes here and then rest them for the next game and kind of switch it up just depending on fitness and the opponent, everything. He seems to be the type of coach that takes everything into consideration. So it was good to see Endo. It was good to see Chiesa, if not just for that little cameo or whatever, but hopefully he gets to use them a little bit more throughout the season in different tournaments. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Like Savage said, the first 10 minutes were pretty sketchy. We're all over the place, not making like 1 or 2 passes in a row, which was a little concerning. But the fact that Milan scored very early, like what was it, like 2 or 3 minutes in, something like that?
Quick, man.
Is it early?
Like the game hadn't really even started yet. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like, oh shit, like they were all over us. It was like, it was so early that I was like, all right, like it's 3 minutes in, they scored. Let's just go do what we have to do, which we did. So yeah, man, all good.
No, hey, who was your man of the match, man? And what did you think about Mo's performance today?
Allow the agenda, bro. Why are you asking about Mo for, bro?
There's some weighted questions.
I want to know what the people thought about man's performance, bro.
Mo was Mo today. He just hit the crossbar twice. None of his passes were really working out too well. Man of the match, I would probably say it's tough between the Dutch boys. Probably Gravers, but Gakpo in a very close second.
Nah, fair enough, man.
I agree.
Guys, do you have any other questions for what we got in there, bro?
No, man, just wanted to say what's up to you guys and respect for being one of the best content creators out there. I try to keep it balanced and try to keep it, honest. And I think out of everyone, at least like out of England, you guys, I think, are doing like probably one of the best jobs out there. So it's always entertaining, engaging, a lot of thought put into your guys' stuff. So I appreciate it. It's good waking up early in the morning in Canada to a nice a video that you guys are doing at noon or in the evening there in England. But
yeah,
usually I start my day off with a little live stream or something. So yeah, man, it's all good.
No, Red for Life, I appreciate it, bro. I've been putting the hard work in behind the scenes. So
I actually really enjoy when Cav gets the chance to come on too, because I like hearing what he has to say. Very educated.
I appreciate that. I don't always get the invite, but every time I do, I'm there. So.
No, every now and again.
Okay.
Bro, man said he doesn't get you.
Yeah, you have to let him stretch his legs out the basement every couple of weeks and that.
Yeah, the RESVP a month in advance.
Yeah.
Nah,
all right, boys.
Respect.
Big up, bro.
Peace.
Peace.
Bro.
Man said we're level-headed, man. You know what I mean? Apart from apparently with me, innit? I'm not level-headed today. I've got an agenda.
As soon as Red for Life started giving out flowers and saying how good the channel was and stop the clock.
I stopped it before that. Don't do that.
That's embarrassing, bro.
No, Tab, don't do that.
No, this
don't
guy, you was like, oh no, the buzzer can't go off.
Go
now.
watch it back. No, go watch it back.
I need to let this guy.
No, go watch it back. I definitely did it.
So pleased he mentioned the three Dutch lads because I think all of them were great,
Same.
especially Gakpo. I absolutely love that performance from Gakpo. That was a performance from the summer from Gakpo. I think it was great. Decision making, variety, decisiveness, letting shots off, crossing. He's a different
I
player
agree.
to Diaz, but he's so brilliant out on that left wing. And I think he, if he starts, I don't think he will, but if he starts against Bournemouth at the weekend, I'd be totally okay with that because I love
Same.
the
I wouldn't mind
performance.
it. I wouldn't mind it. I said that before the game started. He's a person that for me he needs to start games, Gakpo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he's coming into a game when it's all hostile and that, bro, he can go missing, bro. He needs to find his place in the team, like, you know what I mean? Because this game, he didn't start off rubbish at all, but he didn't start off the way he was in the middle of the game and the end of the game. Still has to find his feet a little bit, you know what I mean? Get a touch of the ball. When you're coming on for like 15 minutes and the game's already in the heat of it and stuff, it's not the same, bro. So maybe that's the rotation. And I like the fact that our left wingers, they offer like completely different things, bro. So yeah, it's dribbling. It's close control dribbling or when he's on it. It's a long game.
You think the right back came off, bro, because he saw Diaz come on. He was like, "I'm on a yellow card." Let me
Yeah. I
felt like he was like, "Sud." As soon as Diaz come on, all of a sudden I was like, "Listen, the knee, back of the knee's hurting." What would you mean the back of the knee, bro?
I can't lie, bro. It creases me every time, and I said it before the game, and then watching it after, like, just I don't know if you got to see because when AC Milan lose a game, they have to go over to the ultras and they just have to stand there. And I'm watching the ultras, and they're all swearing at them, and they have to just stand there and watch them, bro. You know how bad that is, bro? Yo, you know what kind of pressure that is, bro? You have to see a bunch of hooligans after the game and answer for your sins, bro. Like I meant to lose against Liverpool. I tried.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention Cody. I thought it was great, and we said at the start of the season, off the back of the Euros, how well he played the Netherlands. I wanted to see that carry through for us, and that's the first time this season. He's probably been given the chance, but first time this season, seeing the same level and type of performance, and I thought it was great, honestly. And when he come off the pitch, I was like, I don't get to watch him anymore now. I gotta wait until I see him again, and that's a sign of a good performance, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what you want to feel about your players when they're coming off the pitch, man. Like, no, I was just enjoying that. I thought probably getting a goal and all that, but yeah, man, dope, man. They deserve it, man. It's good performances around the pitch, bro.
Do you know what as well? I think obviously, hopefully, it doesn't happen in it, but I think Gravenberch is the guy, bro. I feel like if anything happens to him in this team, he's becoming important. He's becoming vital to what we want to do. There was just certain things he did today, man. They're stepping in. Even when Trent got roasted, bro, and then he come across and blocked the cross from Leao. There's little things just popping up into little areas and cleaning up, you know, whenever we lose the ball. And just first to the tackle, sweeping up in behind, and then his progressive passing and then on the half turn. Oh, man, he was so
He's having fun, isn't it? He's having fun playing football. Bro. And I can't really say it's the first time since Ajax he's been able to enjoy his football yet because there's only 5 games in, and I don't want him to get any injuries, but hopefully if it carries on the way, it will be the first time. It's crazy to think that because everyone remembers his name for so long and that because he was the wonder kid and that, but I have to remember, like, when he moved to Bayern and all that, and then in lockdown, beginning of lockdown, he was at Ajax still. He was in the Ajax youth team, then the Ajax first team, and then so like by the time we moved up to Bayern Munich, but we did the thingy when me and you did the stream before and that. He worked out like 6 games worth of minutes he played for Bayern in his whole Bayern career, bro. And he comes to Liverpool, then doesn't play every game anyway, then gets injured and all that, and then he's out of that as well. So now he's like getting a run of games. I think he knows himself a little bit better. I think, you know, he's growing as a player as well. People forget that, innit? So as the season finishes, they're all individuals, bro. So he's going to be doing individual work and knowing where he's gone wrong and what he should do better. Now he just seems to be enjoying himself. I think he likes to feel important on the pitch, that he's needed. And he's right what you said. He had no right being there when Trent got cooked, bro. I don't know how he got there that quick, bro, because he was on the other side of Trent. But he just sensed the danger, and he's like, "Fuck, I'm just gonna Batman off no matter what happens, bro."
And then slide to block the cross, man. Like he doesn't go unnoticed, man. Those little things, bro. Those little fine detail where you just, you know, help out a teammate whenever someone goes by them, and you're just there to cover and support, bro. Like sometimes you just go, okay, he's just there, and then okay, we just clear the ball, and we just celebrate like goals and assists and stuff like that. These are the little things, bro, that help you win games and control the game. Because their midfielders couldn't. Reinders was missing still, I know you cooked him at the start. Yeah, nah. Them man, they could not get past Gravenberch in the midfield, bro.
Yeah, it's a long day, man. And then they leave to go to the other side. And McAllister's over there anyway, just kicking, man, bro. So I'm not mad at it, man. I like it. I don't know why he's so angry still. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's always so angry, but
just walks around mad in his face, bro. Like, even when he came out, I heard you on the watch-along saying, bro, why is he mad? Bro, he just came out chewing the chewing gum. You're like, you're right, bro.
I did like that collective of them three in the midfield today. I liked it. I liked it a lot, man. Work rate was on point from all of them. Yeah, I mean, they tried to be as creative as they could and that. I like it, man. That's what you need, bro. You need an engine and then let everyone do their job. And obviously, I thought the defenders were really good as well. It's funny because those were like mid part of the game, and I made sure I didn't because Trent was defending pretty well. And then as the game went on, I said, "Rob, look, you just keep getting cooked, bro."
But to be fair to Trent, though, he did keep Leao really quiet in the game, bro.
Yeah, he did brilliant.
He did really Leao decided that. No, I'm not going to let you keep me quiet.
Yeah, man said, I'll wait till you're a bit tired in the legs.
Yo, I don't know, man. That's what the ultras are probably yelling at Leao. Like, why did you wait for like the last 20 minutes to start playing like that? Because you just started cooking everyone, bro. He left Ibu. He left Ibu behind. He left Trent. He sat Gomez down and made Gomez cross his legs like he was in kindergarten, bro. He just...
Oh no, that was horrible, man. That was so horrible.
Oh shit! Right, let me bring in Max LSC. You got Max.
How you doing, lads? It's all right. Right. Is it me or was that the best game I've seen in the last 2.5 years?
No, relax.
There was something about this game. Forget the scoreline. It was 3-1. It could have been 7 or 8. There were so many chances that we had, and it felt like we were actually wanting it more than the past. No, we've won a few Premiership games here and there, but can I be honest with you? I've not been feeling it for a while. I've not been feeling the way we've been playing. Not with Klopp, not with Slot. Obviously, I want us to win, and I always praise us when we win, but not been feeling the enjoyment of the way we play. Not since we won the Premier League. The last 3 years, I've not been enjoying it. Today was one of the days I actually enjoyed the way we played. The chasing down the ball, the hounding of the players, them surrounding those one time, there's 5 players around one ball. We're just nicking the ball away, which I loved. There's so many times that I've missed that this year, the lethargic play and all this, but today was different. Today was different. Yes, Salah hit the post and wrote down something about, Nunes, people complain when Nunes does it. He had to have a go today. He had to have a go. Salah was good today, the first half. But...
No, he wasn't.
Was it? On the first half? You don't think so?
He wasn't.
I don't think so. I'm not going to lie. I don't think Salah was bad in the first half.
I thought he was really good.
Yeah. I just think when the game went on, he seemed to go start, but I didn't think he was bad in the first half.
He had to shoot at those opportunities. There was nothing else to do. He had to shoot. Now, hit the post. Never, ever blame a player for hitting the post. You're talking about inches. If the keeper saves it, don't blame the striker as well. If they miss the goal, goes wide or goes over, blame the striker. Or if he doesn't pass to a player that's free, blame the striker. I never, ever blame a player when they hit the post or the keeper makes an excellent save. That's not a miss. That's a goalkeeper save. Now, another thing. A lot of people were saying Szoboszlai was poor today. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. Off the ball, probably the best player off the ball. The amount, I haven't checked it, but if we do check the running stats, he'll probably be top today. He'll probably be top. Because I've been watching him on Fraud Watch. I put him on Fraud Watch just to see what happened because everyone's hounding him, including me. Everyone's hounding him, and I've been watching him. He provided us an extra player on the pitch just to chase down people, which people say they don't want a new Hendo. Personally, you're asking me, I loved Hendo to bits. He was a captain and I loved it. I loved the person chasing the ball down. We missed that.
Yes, can I ask you a question then? Who was your man in the match today before I let you go, bro?
Gravenberch.
And who was the worst Liverpool player on the pitch today?
Nobody. I loved them all. It was a performance where I thought every single player showed up today. If you're going to say the worst out of the lot, Jota. The worst out of the lot. But even he chased down the ball a few times. But Jota needs to up his game. Even when Nunes came on, chased the ball down. That was not offside. That was not offside. They said it was offside after a tiny bit. I feel sorry for Endo. Feel sorry for Kaiser. I wanted Kaiser on. Can I be honest with you? Look, right, give me another 30 seconds.
Go ahead.
Can I be honest with you? I'm going to say this.
Be honest, man. That's the whole point of the call.
Everyone's going to hate me. Everyone's going to hate me. I have not enjoyed the last 4 games at all. And I did not put my heart into slot. That will take time. I'm sorry, guys. That's going to take time. The last game killed me. The last game, I lost belief. I know when the goal happened today, the first goal, I nearly broke my TV. I was this close to giving up on slot. This close. Because I thought they're not playing for him, or I thought he's thinking around too much and he just ruined us or something like that. But then after that goal, the way they performed, bravo. Now, whether if it's slot or whether if it's my team, I know my team is absolutely superb. I know my team is superb. If they can play like that and wear the badge on the sleeve, then what can I say? But I got
I gotta let you go because John is waiting in the background. But I appreciate it. We'll chop it up, man. We'll have a combo.
Take it up.
Big up, bro. Nah, Sam, you're too much of you, bro. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and can I be honest with you, bro? Listen, bring in John.
Bring in John. Oh shit, John. What you saying, bro? Long time no see. Can't hear you, blood. Can't hear you, bro. Why is it? The first one was Red for Life with the Wi-Fi. Paul with the Wi-Fi. Now John with the mic.
John moving like them, you know, the women in the corner of the screen on Hollyoaks doing the sign language and that.
No, I'm good.
Ah, there we go, bro. What you saying?
Yeah, no, I'm good, man. Yeah.
Talk to us, man. Talk to us.
Yeah,
long time, bro.
Yeah, no, long time, man. Long time. Obviously, it's been a minute, innit? Because obviously I've been trying to dissect this new look team. Not really new look, but these first few games, innit? So from tonight, I think we played all right. It was better. It was way better than well, I didn't even see the last game, but judging from what everyone was saying, me catching up with what everyone's saying, seems to be like a step up from the weekend. So I think that's good. I think one thing I like about the win tonight was I think once we got the third goal, I didn't really feel that worried that we were going to concede again. I think there was like a bit of more reassurance this time, which I didn't really feel. Which I didn't really feel that last season, which I like, which I got to give Slot credit for bringing that type of reassurance. Because I'm seeing a certain change in how we defend and and how we and stuff like that. So I'm pretty impressed. Me personally, I think the standout player for me this evening again, definitely Government. 100%.
It's on your chest, man.
100%, man. I say that with chest, man. He's really impressed me, man. But the thing with Gravenberch is, I don't think it's never been a question of his talent. I think it's just he's just needed to have a system that suits him, but also just be given the confidence to go out and play his football because we all know he's talented. So you know, I think what you're seeing from Gravenberch is what we've always been wanting to see, and he's shown that and more. So I'm really impressed. I think for me personally, the jury's still out with the forward line. I still don't think they're good enough, and it's just
based on what, by the way, John?
It's still decision making, man. Like decision making is so crucial when you're playing that forward line, bro. Like Jota,
he should have passed that to Capco, man. That's a clean ball through. Do you know what I'm saying? There was even times where I thought Salah could have squared the ball at times as well. For Szoboszlai to have a shot on goal. Like it's just little moments like that where it's like it's so decisive for me. It's like, you know what I mean? Like those type of things matter to me alongside the goals. So the jury's still out. But yeah, man, we moved, man. A win is a win. It was a pretty convincing win until the end. But yeah, man, let's keep it moving, man. Nothing but positive. So we just got to keep it going to the next game. That's what I can say, really.
4 wins out of 5, innit? So we should be happy, man. Don't sound happy though.
Yeah, no, we have to be happy, bro. I mean, minus the blip on the weekend, because that was completely unexpected to me personally. I was like, yo.
You said you didn't watch it, innit? It was literally just the final third, man. We just couldn't find the pass, or it was either under hit, over hit, or just you made on the day. But yeah,
I did see the goal that we conceded. I wasn't really happy about that. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, we had was 5 against 2 or 6 against 2, and they still scored.
Yeah, I think with that goal, I think Bradley he's got to do much better. Like I feel like if you know a player's gonna cut in on his right, you guide him to his left, bro. You can't give any winger, let alone Hudson-Odoi, that time of play. But that's a difficult game anyway. So yeah, we keep moving, man. Keep moving.
Big up, bro.
Love,
man. Catch up, man, soon.
Love, man.
Hey, Grabbers is getting a lot of flowers, isn't they?
Yeah, it is.
Finally, man. Finally.
I remember after the first game.
Yeah, a bit of patience.
That's all season, we were talking. We were saying if he replicates that performance, we're going to be very pleased, and he has. And I think what's been so surprising but so great is the defensive side of it. Like, yes, we know he's got a good touch, body manipulation, left foot, right foot, passing, simple, link up, all of that. But you mentioned it earlier, knowing to track the third man run, knowing to get back in, staying strong and composed inside your own box as well, to make sure that not only do you defend well, but actually you can progress the ball out, play simple passes, but that gets us going to make a break and transitioning and stuff. So I just think he's been doing great, and I'm so pleased for him, and I'm so pleased that everybody's recognizing it as well, because I think with everybody wanting a 6 in the summer, it's a position that if whoever played would have been under huge scrutiny, and it would be so easy to continue to just change the narrative to, yeah, but he can't do this. Yeah, but he can't do this. But at the minute, he's doing everything, and I think that's great. And long may it continue, because, like you say, Endz, it's saving us a little bit, and he's probably the most crucial person in the team because of what he offers in that position and what lack of options we have there as well. So, yeah, great. Please for his flowers. Please for his flowers.
I love seeing our team play, man. Obviously, the game on the weekend messed up. Well, he didn't mess up the weekend, but it was bad. But then today, man, just to round it off, going away to the San Siro and dominating the game for a large portion of it, looked comfortable, we nullified on any of their little attacks, and just being able to dictate and play between the lines, man. Nice. We're in a good position, man. We're in a good position.
That seemed like a good pattern there. I kept seeing it with Virgil being patient, straight through the lines, to Gravenberch straight through the lines, and then we was away. That was once we got that after the first 15 minutes, they were screwed. AC Milan, they didn't know what to do. Like Virgil made that pass every time, bro. I was like, yeah, this is great, man. Because obviously, not every time you're gonna bypass and hit the long ball to Salah, but it becomes a bit repetitive, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously, Kanat is not doing it the same thing to Diaz, so everyone just knows. Well, I'll just mark Salah then. By the time the ball gets to him, standing on his toes, what's he gonna do? So switching it up was really good. And I'm with you, like, man. I think I like the midfield just sensing the danger. Be proactive, and don't be waiting for something bad to happen. It's too late to catch up, and that wasn't just Gravenberch as well. So Szoboszlai and McAllister was on that whole game. So Szoboszlai, watching him, like, some geezer will try dribble pass to one of our other players. I'll just watch him run from the top of the field and just make sure, well, I'll just double up now. And obviously it looks worse because the ref kept giving free kicks for it, but it wasn't a foul. He would just get side by side, and obviously there'll be 2 men trying to defend the one guy, and then they fall over to get a free kick. But that's what you need to do, bro. I thought it was cold, and then we was away, and then there was a lot of transition play, and I thought that was the one still. I think John's right though. I feel like what stops you what makes you from going like a really good team to a great team is the decision making is everything, bro. Once you get that sorted, you're laughing because then it's like, then you're not even worried. When you see them kind of transitions, you're already thinking, "Oh, my team scored, bro."
Yeah, he's gonna square it to the guy in the box.
Yeah, that's the goal. Simple. You know what I mean? It's not. You should not that feeling of anyone's gonna try and go for the goal themselves just because they want to, unless it's the only thing you can do. Nah, play it easier, more simple, tap in, let's move, let's go get another goal and that, and then the team will get into that though. You know what I mean? It ends up being a part where the passing becomes telepathic and you just know man's gonna be there, and when that happens, you're good to go, man. And I feel like even with Trent, man, I thought when Trent got into the mode of like sambering around and that and playing short passes and that, he looked really good. When he gets into the mode of doing like the slow and then the long pass, I'm like, bro, I'm watching you make this pass and there's literally no need to make it, bro. Like everyone is marked and Gravenberch is next to you, bro. Just give him the ball. There's no need to play that pass, bro.
The man just said that in his last one, saying we was just wasteful in possession. So maybe you just make sure we just keep it simple. You don't have to always go long.
Keep simple.
Pass.
Yeah, I think so. No. Because Tsimikas as well, man. He did well defensively today.
And he got an assist as well, man. Big him up.
Yeah, he did well, man. You know what I mean? He's obviously his shooting was shit, but I don't care about that. That's fine. Apart from the one with his left foot, I think he should have done better. Yeah, the other one's your right foot and far away. And
the one that was Mo waiting at the back stick and he should have crossed it, but he opened up and tried to use his right foot.
Yeah, he opened up to try and thingy and that. But I love thingy though, like the part where I think it's Musla and Nunes done it. So Musla one was funny because he tried to just reverse and chip the keeper. I don't know. But I was like, but then Nunes did it right at the end as well. Like he didn't let it go. Like the goalkeeper was about to grab it.
Bro, it felt like the keeper made a good save there, you know, because
he did, because he nipped it and then he shot between the keeper's legs and he just caught him. That would have been a great goal, bro. Yeah, Nunes. You see when Royale tried to kick off Nunes' face, bro?
Yeah.
And then he said to the ref, I don't know, like what? He said, I tore Nunes in your foot by his face. What are you talking about? Yeah.
I got to admit, I disagree on the Tsimikas performance. I didn't like it. I think it was good. I thought that it was at fault. Partly at fault for the first goal we conceded. That's okay. Yeah, he shirted out of that header. The next header that come across, he seemed to turn his back on it and head it backwards when he was free. I had no idea what he was doing there. I just felt like there was a lot of composure from a lot of players, bar him. I just felt like he was just a bit rash in everything he was doing. His passes were a little bit short at times. It just felt really composed performance, to be honest with you. And I'm not just saying the shots and stuff, because I come to expect our left backs not taking their chances in the box. It was, and you're probably right, Sav. You probably in moments defended well. I remember when he covered at the far stick quite well, which looked like it would have just been a tap in. So I can remember that moment, and he was strong in a couple of other challenges, but just on the ball and in the moments in between the boxes, I just felt like it was just a little bit all over the place, to be honest.
Yeah, there was a bit of a panic when somebody tried to close him down when he had the ball. The pass was never good, and it was like, get the ball away from me. I get that. That's why I said only defensively, because that's all I remember. Like going forward, I didn't think he was good. His corner was good, obviously, and got the goal. But I agree with that. Then.
Would you put that down to just being out in the cold for a bit, coming into a big game, Champions League night, AC Milan?
I think it's totally fair.
Don't get the balance.
It's totally fair to say that's just rustiness. I think that's totally fair. But I've seen Tsimikas at Liverpool, and I think we've seen a lot of these type performances. He's just that kind of player. Sometimes he turns up, he's defensively good. You know, he's okay on the ball. He goes forward, he can put a good cross in. But we've also seen a lot of performances where he is that kind of player, where everything's a little bit unpolished. Everything's a little bit scrambling around. And at the end of it, you go, okay, we got by. The good thing is he debutised and was able to give Robertson a rest, so we're happy. But if you didn't have a Robertson and you were like, that's our left back with them kind of performances, I think you'd be a little bit more concerned. So, you know, he's so hit and miss for me, Tsimikas. There's actually been periods in his Liverpool career where he's played 5 or 6 games and been really quite good, you know, and it's been perfectly okay. But most of the time, he's just about good enough in his performances. And today was one of them for me. I'm not, you know, and like I said in the preview when we were talking about the game, he doesn't need to be the amazing outlet offensively because everybody else at the top of the pitch can do that. as long as he's defensively solid, he'll hit the mark in terms of a baseline performance, and that's what he just achieved for me today. I just felt like, as I say, in between the boxes, it just felt a little bit scrambled, but he got away with it. There was just lots of moments where he's like a little bit of a loose touch, but then he's able to quickly just get the pass away, quickly just able to connect. He did technically get it to his man, but it's behind his man or on his man's weak foot or something like that, you know. He shot when he perhaps could have crossed it and all these kinds of things. I just felt it was a little bit scrambled, and at times in the game, I was pulling my hair out. I think he had periods of the game for like 5-10 minutes where I was like, Jesus, I mean, seriously. But overall, we win, and you just write these things off.
But you just actually described him very to a T, because you said if you didn't have Robbo, it'd be a concern, but you do have Robbo, and you know he doesn't get a lot of minutes, so it's kind of like you battered him but still defended him by providing some context, because that's exactly what it is. Though you can't expect him to be Trent or Robbo when he doesn't get the minutes. And I'm not making excuses, but like Endz was saying, he hasn't played for a long time. First big game. Maybe he's trying too hard to make an impact. Maybe it's just a scramble thing. That's just what he is. But if he's good enough to give Robbo 90 minutes off in the San Siro, that's as much as we can ask for, no? 3 points in the San Siro. That means he should be able to give us a rest against Ipswich and or Southampton or somebody at home where Robbo can rejuvenate. And that's all you need from the squad, right? Arguably, that's not what it, right? No?
No, you're right.
What Cav said is that he said that there's been periods where he'll have like six games and that, and it'll be really good.
But he's good.
But I was going to say, Cav's right. But the reason why Gav said that is because that's the only time Tsimikas is good, because he doesn't get that many games in a row.
He doesn't get 5 or 6. Yeah.
When he has rhythm and he plays a few games, like when Robert injured himself last season, before Tsimikas injured himself, he was really good. And he was getting a few assists and all that. And then as soon as he injured himself, when he has to come back in for like, and today was a whole game, and so you don't want that. You want a better performance in that. But when he has to come in for like one game, it's not always the best. Sometimes it's a bit wayward. The crosses are off and the position is off, and he plays like hot potato with the ball, like he doesn't want it. Like you kind of want him to just calm down and go, nah, just pass the ball, bro. Right. But it's almost like someone goes to close him down. It's like, nah, kick it away. Just give it to somebody, and it goes to nobody. But I think you're all right about that stuff.
Yeah, I think you asked the question in the preview ends. What has he got to do to get in the side? And I would say better than what he did today, a lot better. Sure. And that's why I said I don't think he'll ever at Liverpool because of performances like that. And it's probably quite unfair because he's never going to get a proper chance. But when you step in, like I say, today's fine because you win the game. It wasn't too much of a concern. He's at fault partly for one of the goals. You move on. But if we're just going to talk about today's game, I just thought he was one of the players that was particularly below everybody else in their performance.
Fair enough. Mike, big up, man. What have you got for us today on the agenda?
Big up. I don't have an agenda today. Well, I'm an agendaless Liverpool fan. I've got no negative energy. All right. This is not.
But you say you're gender fluid in that. All right.
Today I am agenda fluid. Listen. Ultimately, with this game, Kostas makes a mistake pushing forward and going. I think he competed for a header with Morata. He loses the header. He's 30 yards out of position, and Pulisic has a great finish. Is Pulisic going to Is he going to finish that 9 times out of 10? No, he's not. Like, to me, it was a great effort. It was a great goal, and it was 2 minutes into the game. The bigger issue I had in those 2 minutes was for the 1 minute that we had the ball, we were literally standing around like stones. It was almost like everyone was like, hey, like, let's wake up. We're playing a game. You guys are just passing the ball and standing up dead straight. But regardless, once that went in, we were right on the front foot. We started creating chances. I don't think AC Milan had a decent chance up until the 80th minute from the Christian Pulisic goal. So from the 2nd minute to the 80th minute, there was nothing. Okay. To me, listen, I've got a ruler here, right? We were this close from this being 5-1. Literally, Mohamed Salah hits the underside of the crossbar twice. If that's 2 inches down combined, right? Because 1 inch for the first shot, 1 inch for the second shot, it's 5-1. And everyone's got a completely different tune. I think that the front line was perfectly fine today. The weakest link was Jota. I really liked what I saw out of Cody Gakpo. I thought that our shape was super interesting. When Milan had the ball at their back line, we were essentially playing a 4-2-4. The front four were in a perfectly straight line, pressing as a unit. I would like to see because he's so defensively oriented. And I know he scored a goal today, and he put in a great through ball to Cody Gakpo before he scored that goal. But ultimately, it's his close link up play that I have the biggest gripe with, and I would like to see him. I would be interested to see him and McAllister switch. McAllister plays the 10, and he plays in that double pivot alongside Gravenberch. But that's just me personally. But then again, I don't think it was an exceptionally poor performance. He scored a goal. He was a part of the build up to the goal. So I'm perfectly fine with it. My gripe is his interconnected play in tight spaces. He's just a little bit off sometimes. And then, listen, Jota, when he shoots that, everyone's going to say he's one of the best finishers at the club, so he should be shooting. But to me, you're off balance. You're on your left. You need to square that to Cody Gakpo, who's right next to you. That is the easiest way to put that ball in the back of the net. When you're a striker, your job is to get the ball in the back of the net. Whether or not you're the one who scores it, I don't care. But Gakpo is wide open. He's 3 feet to your right. There's not a defender in between you. Just square it. And then boom, it's 2-1 from then on. But outside of that, I've got no issues with what I saw today. I always view the Champions League and the Premier League completely differently. I think it's a great performance off of the back of losing 1-0 at home to Forest. I thought we were much more assertive. The biggest red flag to me is in these games. Sorry, this will take like 10 seconds. I know I'm going over my time, but in the last 4 games that we've won, right? Because we're 4 out of 5. When it comes to like the 75th, 80th minute, we're up 2 goals. All of a sudden, we're conceding chances, and I don't want to see that. That's a pattern that I've seen over the last 4 games. Today, Joe Gomez got sat down at the near post, and Rafael Leao almost puts it in the back of the net. There were a couple other opportunities. Now I understand that that's a part of the game. It's the end of the game. Chances are going to start to be conceded, and that wasn't a dig at Joe because he was only on. He was only on for 20 minutes, but he did get sat down. It's just a fact. He got sat down. He wasn't bad outside of that. He wasn't bad outside of that one moment, but in that one moment he got sat down. But regardless, that isn't his fault because the overall point is that we're conceding chances towards the end of the game in these wins. I don't like that. I don't want to play risky. I don't want to, because against the better team, you're going to allow that to go in. And I know that the counter argument would be, well, it's not against the better team. So that's
no, you're right. You are right, though. Because I'm used to seeing Man City games where we're winning the game 3-0 or something. And then all of a sudden, you're scared for your life of that. So
exactly. So that's my biggest critique. I've seen it in all 4 of our wins. I don't want to continue to see it. I want them to be going forward. I want them to be in control. Don't lose control for 5 minutes in the 80th minute because one goal goes in, all of a sudden the San Siro pops up, and now I got to squeaky bum for the next 5 minutes. I don't want that. I want to sit back. I want to drink a coffee. I want to kick my feet up, and I want to watch YouTube while we're just annihilating a team. It's literally that simple. But anyway, big up. No complaints. No agendas.
No complaints.
That's a great point that he brought that up. Because no one's really said that, but he's right in every one of the games, bro. Because it's like they're so not used to playing like that. Just bore them to death in it. Like the game's done now. Just keep the ball, bop it around and that. But man, they've got that thing in them. Like, nah, I need to get another goal.
You know when they start looking around, who ain't got a goal, bro? Who ain't got a goal? Yeah,
bro, because that's what happened to Mo at the end when Mo took that shot. I knew it. I said it on stream. I said he's gonna shoot. Look, I know what Mo's like, but when he looks around and he realizes about the goals and that, he said, nah. Like on when clubs when Cav loses his mind, bro. Winning the Cavs said, nah, fuck it, bro. That's what Mo does, bro.
That's what Mo does.
But
I mean to have fun.
Yeah. But it is a great point, man. There's some funny things in that game here because there's a part where, like, I don't know what happened, but Tsimikas there, there's a header that he had up the top of the pitch, and for no reason he just headed it out.
All he needed to do was head it normally, and he just did a pirouette and flapped it and headed it off the pitch.
He could have probably headed it down to himself.
He could have controlled it. I don't know what he was doing. And Mike just said, Joe, we didn't do anything else. Now he did, blood, because when we were panicking in the box here before he got sat down, he had to just ross it away, and he just kicked it right in the air. He just kicked in the air in the box, and everyone's looking at it like, oh shit. Then Wataru flew out at it, trying to head it away. Like, nah, from these man, erratic.
This man said, "Nah, get rid, bro. We ain't in here to mess around."
Yeah, man. I love Ataru, you know, bro, because the first thing you do is foul, man. The first thing you did.
No, but why was Tammy trying to act like a big man?
Why is he stepped to him?
Abraham tried to bully him in that. The way Abraham stepped to him, I was waiting to see the replay and see if he did anything. Then when I saw the replay, I was like, bro, nothing even happened. I mean, Ataru didn't care, blood.
He didn't blink. Ataru didn't even blink.
So any man was, he could match you up.
I promise, bro. Any man who, if someone approaches you like that, yeah, and you see a man just stare through you, bro, be scared of that guy, blood. God,
very scary.
He didn't blink. He didn't move his face. He just like, nah, bro.
Now what? Now what? Now what? Huh?
Yeah.
You said all of that. Now what?
Nah, the man moved. That's cold. So glad about the game.
Let's get Carlin.
Can we talk about Ali trying to throw the game away for us as well, though?
Who?
What
was that?
What did you say, Cam?
In the last, Ali trying to throw the game away.
Oh, the erratic
last
part.
10 minutes.
Yeah, when the man just got erratic and started doing mad stuff.
No, this guy ran out of his box and then just passed it 2 yards straight to the opposition.
He ran out of his box and glitched, bro. He just glitched, bro.
And then the next pass, he just passed it into no man's land. I thought, Jesus, Ali, please.
That's what happens when Ali gets bored, bro. When Ali gets bored, bro, it's a long day, man.
Yeah, because he had nothing to really do in it. So
Yeah, that's funny, man. What are you saying, Cole?
Go ahead, bro.
I'm good. I'm saying good, man. I'm saying good things. I did not like the game today. I thought we came out too flat.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
I'm telling the truth, man.
The game today.
I'm telling the truth.
I thought we were going to like the first 10 minutes. Man said he didn't like the game.
You know, come on camera. Let me know if you're ready, man. Let me kick Carl out, bro, from MG.
Why you hate it? Why you hate it, Endz Man?
Nah, bro, because I need to hear. If you don't, Carl, all right, let me put it to you this way, Carl.
Yeah.
If you do not give me valid reasons on why you didn't like it, I'm kicking you.
I'm just threatening, man, on that.
No, yes,
I was trying.
I dictate Endz back, bro.
Nah, tell me the reason, bro. Let me hear these. Go ahead. Sorry.
Three reasons. The front, two reasons actually. In the front three, Salah and Jota. I thought they were being wasteful. They did not connect properly in to execute. I thought Szoboszlai was very wasteful. So many passes that he could have given it to Salah or to Jota. He wasted them. I thought defensively, at the beginning we were not on it. I thought Milan was having too much superiority into the middle, and I think that's how the goal got they were in position to score that goal because they had more players to get into that counter attack. All of that is the reason. But again, I'm not saying this is bad. I'm saying we came out flat. You can come out flat and have a great game at the end. It's all right. It's part of football. It's part of playing football, man. Is that satisfying enough for you, bro?
All right, guys, let's put it on vote, man. Did anything that Carl said had any validity to it, or are we just going to agree and smile?
You said yourself Salah did not play well. About 50
You said one thing, bro. You said he didn't pass the ball. That's fine, bro. I agree with that. But the rest of it,
I'm saying, look, man, he did that the whole game. He did that the whole game. They all misplacing passes. None of the offense was being executed. We scored 2 goals from corner, one from corner and one from a foul. The only player that was doing something up front was Gakpo. Like I don't understand how you're not seeing this. I think that we're not clicking. Jota and Salah, it's just not clicking. The only player that have been having for the last 2 games that have been that haven't been successful was on the left side. I think the middle and Salah and Szoboszlai they haven't been able to connect. They haven't been able to connect to execute the game plan, and that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying this is bad. I think this can be fixed.
But you
It's
started off
that
saying you
they're just
didn't
not
enjoy
connecting.
this game, bro.
I think it's the Champions League. I don't enjoy Champions League because
All right, you know what? Carl, big up to you as always, bro. You know
it's
it's love,
too
man.
volatile. It's too volatile for me.
Big up,
It's too
big up,
volatile.
bro.
I
Love as always. Big up, big up, big up.
Man is anti-football, you know. Man said they don't enjoy the Champions League of all things, bro.
Oh, calm, man. What is going on, bro? I know you've been away for a little bit and we ain't chopped it up, man. But what's going on, bro? What do you mean you don't like the Champions League? What do you mean you didn't enjoy the game today?
Man said it's too volatile, you know. Of all the things you could say, bro, it's too volatile. It's not what I thought he was going to say, bro. No, let's.
I think a few of the guys have said and spoken about the link-up play between the front four, shall we say? And I'll be honest, I'm not too sure. I think it will improve, but I'm not too sure you're ever going to see this really great fluid play. I think you will in moments, but I just don't think they're them players. I think they've got great ability, they've got lots of ability, but as a collective, I think I just can't see them being as fluid as perhaps, you know, there definitely won't be the fluidity of when we had Mane, Salah, and Firmino. That's not going to happen.
Don't do it, Kev. Don't do it, Kev. Don't do it. Don't do it.
He's right, but I know what he's going to say because I half agree.
But that's the problem, though. That's the problem.
It's missing a Bobby in it, and if you don't have the Bobby, then you need a 10 to do the job. That's it. Like if the striker's not like one of those creative strikers, then you need the 10 to do that. And if the 10 ain't doing it and the striker's not doing it, then you just have, let's just try and get a goal in it, but it's never going to look the best all the time. You'll have moments, of course you will, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, I like the little play between. I actually thought, surprisingly enough, that the Tsimikas and Gakpo's link up was good though. Yeah. When they were moving with the ball, it was good, and there was a little back heel to Tsimikas and the overlap, and I like that. That's what I was hoping for the other side, that Trent would overlap Salah, because I don't like when they don't do that. He's not going to give you the ball. Salah doesn't have to give Trent the ball every time he overlaps, but he gives an option on it, and the defender has to do something about Trent overlapping, and it means Salah can cut in and do what he wants to as well. But
I think
I want to ask you a question. Sorry, one of the issues I have with the comparison with the red arrows is it's yet to be replicated. The triangles that were on both sides. So you had Trent, Hendo, and Mo on one side. Then you had Genie, you had Robbo, and you had Mane on the other side, and you had Bobby in the middle. So as good as the front three were, those two triangles were a big part of what the front three was also doing as well. And that relationship has never happened between Robbo and Lucho. I mean, obviously Trent and Mo are still there, but you've moved Hendo and you've tried, and we did this. Oh, we're trying to make somebody Hendo, whoever it was that was playing on the right, said, oh, he has to try and babysit Trent and blah, blah, blah. So that's the reason why I said don't do it for the red hours, because even the red hours, as good as they weren't clinical either. They should have scored a bad goal. And that's one of the things I've always been consistent saying. We've never been clinical, so why do we expect the next wave, who we also say aren't as good as the first wave, and we like to make the comparison, but we expect them to be better? And I'm thinking, all right, but you thought the first wave were the greatest thing ever. MSN wasn't as good as ours. We laughed at everybody else who tried to compare their front three to our front three, because we said there's nothing better than that. So now we've got a 6. Now I heard John say, I'm hoping that the 6 as a collective can be better, as opposed to just it being the starting 3, whoever those 3 are, whoever the coach decides, all right, these are my front 3 going forward most of the time. But as a collective 6, he's saying, well, if everyone can get some, then 6/15s is 90. Somebody in there is probably going to get 20 plus, and somebody might get 15.
If McAllister ends up in the 10, trust me, everything changes, bro. I know already, bro. He's the guy, man.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that gets figured out at some other point in time as well. So,
well, no,
that's the only reason why I said what I was saying. Sorry.
I agree with what you're saying, and I just think that some people are going to come in and can continue to come in post matches and say, the forward line isn't quite connecting as we want, isn't quite as fluid as we want. The understanding is not quite there, and I'm just saying, I'm not too sure it's ever going to be what you're hoping it's going to be.
I agree. No, I agree.
But I do believe that they have so much ability, and I do believe that there's so many different abilities, and each player in one of the front six offers something different that will be okay, and that will be good enough. And I actually think that the type of players that we now have behind those forwards, different things, and in my opinion, better things, and more dynamism, whilst you still have the outlet and the offensive play and somebody like Trent and stuff, that overall it's all going to be fine. And I think it's going to be good enough to go and compete, right? As long as we get other things correct. I just don't think that fluidity is going to quite be there that people expect.
Usually I think that the number 9 thing, where some teams have just a focal point that is marshalling the 6-yard box. He's just marshalling the box, and that's what he's there for. When he gets the ball, it's a goal. Or do you like the fact that our number 9 is always like fluid in like moving around and that outside? Because I feel like we always end up in these spots where no one's in the box, bro. I keep seeing it, bro. I saw it last season. I see it now, bro. And obviously, my assumption is always if it's Núñez going to start, I'd want Núñez to just be in the box, bro. I'm not comparing him to Haaland, but that's how they use Haaland, and that's how Arsenal use Havertz now as well. But like, I don't need to look up. It's not that there's a problem, because obviously it's a tactic at the moment, and they did it before as well. There's a part today where like Jota swapped with Gakpo in it, and then Gakpo was in the middle and Jota was on the left-hand side and stuff like that. But I also feel like when people do that, they naturally start drifting back to where there was anyway. Then you got 2 people on the left side, Salah on the right side, and a big hole in the box. And then we always cross the ball and there's no one there, bro. Whereas you've got a man who's just marshalling the box as the striker, poaching the ball. I reckon you get way more goals, bro. Because every time Salah looks up to cross the ball, there's somebody there. Every time Diaz looks up to cross the ball or Gakpo looks up, there's somebody there, bro. Whereas now it's like left side to Salah at the back post, right side to Diaz at the back post, no centre, none at all, bro. I don't know, man.
Or you're waiting for him to arrive.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. That's why, like, when Szoboszlai's goal was great, and the reason why I liked his goal is because he started the play and then arriving in. I love when you do your midfielder arrives into the box late. Lampard, Gerrard, and that. I love it, bro. You know what I mean? Because they follow the run.
Yeah.
But the only reason why you can do that is because the fucking number 9 ain't there anyway, bro. Who cares? Like, the number 9 would be in that spot, and you would just go to him, innit? But he weren't there. And I always wonder that, like, did they just drift out? I don't know if it's because naturally, even though Núñez is weird, it's a weird one because obviously before we got him, he only had 2 seasons of professional football in it. So that was spent most of the time up front, but drifting onto the left as well. Jota, when I watched him at Wolves, they did not use him as a striker, but he was on the left as well.
Yeah, he used to come in.
Yeah. Gakpo's a left winger, and we've used him up front. So it feels like we don't have a number 9, bro. Like, no one plays like a number 9 in our squad, bro. Then on the formation and that, we've got a number 9, but when the game starts, we don't.
We don't know.
Yeah, and what you're finding now is Szoboszlai actually occupies the furthest forward position.
Yeah, he presses further forward than everyone, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think this is the difference between us and maybe the other top clubs in Europe, is that we have so many weapons and we have in our team, but it's not always clear which ones we're going to use, and it's about using them at the right time in the right games in the right moments. Like you touched upon Trent earlier, Sav, and it was great to see him not just straight to that diagonal long range pass. Man. It was nice to see the short intricate play. I'm with you. I'd love to see him do the overlap, because when he finds himself collecting the ball off of Salah in then, the right of the 18-yard box, I believe that if he's not going to pick out his man, he's going to put it into the danger area, and it's going to commit a defender or a goalkeeper. So I'd like to see him in them positions more. But then once that ball goes into the box, depending on what players you've got, whether it's Gakpo, Diaz, Núñez or Jota, they're going to do different things, because naturally they do different things as different players. So I think this is where, we spoke about it a lot in the summer, this is where I really want Slot to come in, look at these players, what they can offer, and just come up with a system that gets the best out of them, and kind of do what he's doing at the minute. Stick with the core group that give you what you want, and then get the others to drop in when you need to slightly change it or introduce that style to them. But unlike perhaps that you talk about, where Haaland's playing, right? Yeah. So what you need to do behind your focal point to make sure he's got chances, and you can do that. Their variety comes in Do I play Grealish or Docker? They offer something different. Do I play Savinho or Silva on the right? Offers something slightly different. But there is so many. You start to see Guardiola change them players. They'll start to morph into doing the same type of things, right? Whereas at Liverpool, we don't particularly do that. We say, okay, you need to do these things within the game. Obviously, every player has an instruction, but beyond that, go do what you want. Or at least that's how it feels.
That's very true.
And
We don't mold players into doing a particular thing, innit?
Exactly. And this is sometimes where I think we come a little bit unstuck, especially against the low blocks, where it's like when you've got space, all these players can go do what they naturally want to do, and it will look good because they've got space and time to do things, right? When you've not got space, when you come up against these low blocks, it's like, what do we fall back on? Because Arsenal fall back on a very clear build-up style of play. Man City fall on the same clear style of build-up play. Liverpool fall back on, oh damn, we've got to try and create space, so now we can work within this, and that's difficult to do against a low block. So sometimes we spoke about it in the summer. I would have liked to have seen some patterns of play being introduced that we could fall back on when we're struggling to create space and chances, and then when if you get a goal, the opposition has to come out, you create space, and so on and so on. And I thought the only pattern I'm really seeing is that the one that Szoboszlai makes, and then Salah plays him through, and he gets to the byline, and he'll pull it back. You seem to see that every week, but beyond that, there's not too many patterns, and perhaps they'll come. The one that I want to see is definitely Trent out on that right, because I just think he's crossing from deep, or he's getting to the byline, he's going to put it into the danger area, and it's going to cause panic. And panic's good in the opposition because then they'll start to come out their structure, and you can work within that as well. So I just think then fullback tactics, ours aren't quite so pinpoint as the opposition's.
That's a great point. So I just thought of it, man, because I try to watch as much football as I can and watch the other teams as well. And obviously, we're one of the better teams, of course, man. But I just feel like, you're right, more patterns of play, and when you know what someone's going to do, people just start making that movement already. I don't think Arsenal, they're better than us, but they're obviously drilled in a certain way, and we all say, I know exactly what they're going to do every time they do it, bro. Gakpo's got a bit about that about him. I know what Saka's going to do. I know what Gakpo's going to do more often than not. Diaz is a bit more unpredictable. Unpredictable is great sometimes, but sometimes being unpredictable is because you don't know what to do. And everyone just calls it unpredictable when really it's like, no, he doesn't know what he's going to do. That's why you're calling it that. When really it's like, where's the pattern to play, bro? Like, when this guy gets in this position, this guy should know to go there. And that's why I called for the overlaps, because not just Man City and Arsenal, most teams, bro, that overlap is everything, bro. That's where the strikers normally get all the goals from. The guy who's in the box scoring headers, it comes from those overlaps or the cross, or people shooting from outside the box. Exactly. So vary it a little bit, man. But obviously, I can't complain. We won the game, and I think we're doing great. And I'm so glad we scored from set pieces. Everything we spoke about in the preview, they did on it. So
Fergie was big on it. Then them United sides that won titles always spoke about always double up on the wings. So if your winger's got it, overlap or underlap, never leave that winger one-on-one. Always offer support. He was big on it.
Every time it was like Evra left Neville, it was always like there was always an overlap on. And as I said, it doesn't always mean that you're going to use that person, man, but it gives the defense something else to think about now. But, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Open up the options and stuff like that. And sometimes it's just an unselfish run. That's what it is. Nobody likes that. It's not like a fancy thing to do, but unselfish, man. Do that and make the space, and I think you can be all right, man.
Get some goals.
It's still early in the season, though. Obviously, we're only talking about it because we have to, but I mean, I'm sure when we go 10 games in, we'll talk about it again and see if there's some kind of pattern there. There might be still. There might be, bro. So you never know, and that'll be dope.
Big up, G, man. We're going to head out in about 5 minutes. What you saying, bro?
Big up, man. Savage and Cav. Pops. Hope you guys are doing blessed this evening, man. So what we said, we're back to being the best team. Are we back?
That's the flip-flops, man. Don't ask me. Bro.
Yeah, well, no, that's what I'm saying. I was looking at what people, while you lot was talking, and by the way, you lot was making some good points, man, about Cav made a point earlier on about the fluidity with that, like the front four and stuff. And there was actually a question I wanted to ask you guys, was that, do you think and talking about Szoboszlai, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think as fans we've just misprofiled him? in terms of what we want him to do versus what he actually is being asked to do by the manager. Because I feel like the way that everyone spoke about, like for me, yeah, I thought Szoboszlai was good today. But the way people spoke about Szoboszlai today, or tonight, should I say, sorry, you would have thought this guy was the worst midfielder. I'll be real, I don't think he was the worst midfielder. I thought there was someone else who wasn't as good as him. But that's just small margins, right? So I'm thinking to myself, and I was thinking it during the game, obviously listening to the man them talk about the performance and of certain players, etc. Do you just think it's just that? Like us as fans, we've looked at Szoboszlai and said, because you've done this at RB Leipzig, because you do this for Hungary, when you've come to Liverpool now, we expect, and obviously the first, 5 to 10 games last season, Mandem were calling him the Hungarian Steven Gerrard and, you know, Retete, all of these kind of things. And then obviously since then, I wouldn't say he's been good because I don't think he has, but he's shown in moments. And Savage, I always go back to this every single time. There's you always were the only content creator I knew who mentioned this about his defensive work being so important to the team. And I remember, I can't lie, I was never one of those people who said, yeah, man. I was definitely one of the ones who was on the other side of things, where I used to say, nah, but I want, like what Slot basically said earlier on about, his numbers. And I was so concerned with numbers. But I've seen him in these first, say, 5 games, and I feel like he is Liverpool's most important midfielder. You cannot get him out of that team, because if you lose him out of the team, you have nobody else in the team who can do what he does. So, but whereas I feel like with the other players in the midfield, I can find you can find other players to do what they do. Not as good, of course, not as good, but you can find someone to make shift that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? As opposed to him, I'm like, well, who else in the midfielder is technically, doesn't show it all the time, but technically is sound and has got the most energy? No one. So now what do we do? Now you're gonna have to try and find someone who can kind of do. It's not gonna work, bro. Physically strong as well. Like it's just not gonna work. We don't have that. We have players who might be able to do one of the 3 things he can do, but we don't have no one who can do all 3 that he can kind of do. So do you think it's just more about fans in terms of our expectation versus reality?
The generalization. If it's on the general terms for fans, then I think they probably have missed. They probably have, and that's probably because they weren't watching his full games in it. So everything they know of him is compilation. The compilation just shows long shots,
good parts, man,
free kicks and corners, bro. That's what the compilation. He doesn't show his work rate in there at all, blood. So that's why, like, I had to try and, when everyone was like, oh, I don't really want to bring up Klopp, but when it's like, oh, Klopp's just getting him to run, and I'm like, oh, you man think I'm defending Klopp, but I'm not defending him. This is just how he plays, bro. Like, that was the whole thing about his fitness and that. Sometimes I feel like when people send scouts out to get certain players and that, or to look at certain players, everyone's got that the mindset of, well, you went to look at this style of player, of what he does, and that's the only reason why you went to look at him to do that for your team as well. When sometimes the smart guys see something else in the player, bro. You know what I mean? Some people might see like a like this. Not saying they scouted him like this, but Joe Linton came in at Newcastle, and obviously man saw him a certain way when he was in a different league, as a striker. He came into the Prem and stunk the place up, bro, as a striker. Did nothing. Man played him as a DM, and all of a sudden one of the best in the Prem, bro. Because people see other stuff in me. They're like, oh, I see these attributes and that. Sometimes they're like, yeah, that attribute works in that league and what you was doing and that, bro. But you weren't that consistent. I want this from you, bro. This is what I want. I think he looked worse for last season because he looked like he was babysitting Trent. But either way, his natural game, as you can see now, he doesn't have to babysit Trent. Klopp's not there. And he's still doing the same thing, and no one's saying, why is Slot just getting him to run all the time? And that's why I'm confused. I'm like, this is what you lot were moaning about last season. That's what he's doing now. Everyone's praising him for it, bro.
No.
That's just how he plays in that. And I think as well, like, obviously he's got the Thunder rocket shots and that, and obviously the compilation, and then people, sometimes people profile a player just how he looks and that, you know what I mean? The Maddison type players and that you wouldn't look at Maddison and go, he looks like a centre back in it, but it could be, bro. And sometimes that's what people just have. And
no, but you know, and big up, by the way, big up all ish Roms in them, because them lot were talking in the group earlier on, and they were talking about obviously like Szoboszlai being like this number 10, right?
Yeah.
And then these guys picked out, I don't know, you might have seen it, Endz, but these lot picked out like other players who played in his position like of yesteryear. So man
Yeah.
picked out like Zidane, Kaká, and I was like, yeah, okay, you guys are picking
That's
out
crazy,
the
bro.
one of ones. Like I was
That's
like,
crazy, bro.
bro, like how could
Different
like I
numbers.
said, you in Ish, I said this to you already. I said, brother, you man are mad. You cannot pick the one of ones like in the history of football and try and say, yeah, but if Zidane, like in terms of what they were trying to say was basically like how Zidane used to dribble and run with the ball, how Kaká used to run. Obviously, these guys were like 6 foot plus, big guys, right? I was like, yeah, but Jesus Christ, like let's compare him a bit to someone a bit more. Do you know what I mean? Like we're going, like you're picking, yeah, but we're going for the. But obviously, the reason why I said that, I say that is because I feel like some of the fan base, and again, I'll include myself in that. In last season, it's only really been this season that I've actually said, let me actually keep quiet and just look and see what's really going on. Is that man are really comparing to that because they're saying in that mold of player, i.e. the guy who's 6 foot, can dribble, can beat 6 players and play this delicious pass over, the tallest centre backs in the world and all of that kind of stuff. Like, I'm like, yeah, but if that's not the role of Szoboszlai to do all of these things that we would want him to do, and what he is doing is clearly important to what Slot is trying to do with the team. Surely we should just we should actually be looking at Szoboszlai and saying, nah, you know what? Actually, he's kind of balling out in a different way, not balling out in a Neymar way.
It might not be
Like
everyone misprofile him though. It might just be the fact that you just don't. You're not misprofiling. You just don't know the profile what the manager wants for him. That's all it is.
Okay, yeah. You're
because
right.
remember, the manager doesn't have to explain anything to us. So when they buy players,
true.
We saw loads of times where they would ask somebody, like maybe Klopp about somebody scoring goals and all that, and the answer he gives you at the time, because you're thinking of this guy being someone else, and he'll be like, "That's not who I'm looking at to score the goals, and that's not what's important." Even when they were leaving and they were interviewing him and Linders and that, they kept talking about, "No, that's not what I was looking for." And I'm like, "Rah!" So everyone's out here screaming for this guy to be getting on the. And remember, we did it with the midfield for ages. I was like, "Yo, I wish I." And that's what. And then I realized, I was like, "Yo, okay, I wish our midfielders would just score like 2 or 3 more goals in it, because clearly their job ain't to score goals." But at the beginning, everyone just agreed with it. Bobby's job is not to be a proper number 9.
Yeah.
Endo, Wijnaldum, and Fabinho's job not to score the goals, and Mane and Salah's is, and everyone agreed with it, bro. And that all of a sudden it wasn't misprofiled, but Genie wasn't where Klopp played Genie. That's not where he plays.
Yeah,
so he saw something.
We saw that for Netherlands. Yeah, we saw that.
Exactly. So he saw something else in his relegated due that he's good at it, and obviously it's a bit of genius because none of us saw it, bro. We just know him being forward at Newcastle when he played against us and mashed us up in one of those games. I would never have thought of him like, oh yeah, he's going to play in that role. All of a sudden,
I thought he was a winger. I can't even lie.
Yeah, exactly.
And
then all of a sudden, to this day, man still say the Genie role, bro. Man has a name. It's like the Genie role. We still haven't replaced Genie. That's how much that's why, without being that's why we don't do that job, bro. Because they obviously know what they're talking about. But I do get it. Sometimes there's no cohesion between the fans and the manager. Manager doesn't have to tell us anything, and he's got a job to do. His job ain't to come out to PR and tell everyone what to do. But sometimes it's just us. We have to take take a step back and go, okay, let's watch this for a bit and see that. Oh yeah, maybe that's what they want him to do. Now, there's some things that if you're making an excuse for a player, people will say the manager don't want him to do, and I'm like, no, you're talking shit, bro. The manager definitely didn't tell him not to score there, blood. Like he definitely didn't say get to the end of the box and make a rubbish pass. That's not what happened. Man would be like, no, the manager said you don't really want him to. That's what he wants him to turn back. What?
You know the reason why I use Szoboszlai is because there comes a point, I didn't want to bring his name before we head out, right? But it's like, say for example, let's say we know how people feel about Nunes, yeah. Let's say Slot played Nunes in every single game, but he was doing whatever he's been doing for however long, right? But Slot kept playing him. At some point, you have to ask yourself, there must be a reason why you keep playing this brother. Like you might not like it, and the same thing with Szoboszlai. People don't like it for whatever reason. That's fine. Got no problem with that. You can like who you like, right? But there must be 5 games in. He started every single game. There's a reason why he starts in the midfield alongside McAllister and Gravenberch. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So at some point, you like, I would get it if this was like 1 game and even 2 games, I would stretch it to, okay, fairs, and then he brought someone else in. Brother, he's played all 5 games. So it's not like we've come to the point now where you're like, yeah, okay, well, there must be a reason why he played. Bro, clearly there's a fucking reason. That's why he keeps playing the
Yeah,
guy.
there's only ever two reasons. It's an instruction or the manager's shit, bro. That's it. They're the only two.
Yeah, and if Liverpool have won the last 4 out of 5 games this season, I don't feel like it's the
We saw
manager
that in the
being shit.
Nottingham game. Everyone came up, because everyone was angry about losing to Nottingham. They're like, oh, we're speaking about the players and that. They're like, Robbo and Trent was shit, that they're just off doing what they want in any position. I'm like, what? Why are they in attacking mid? Like, why are they tucked in? I'm like, oh, so you think that Robbo, who never ever done that before, all of a sudden wants to be in midfield, bro? No, clearly it's an instruction, bro. No, he just does what he wants. Okay, let's take that. You're right. Then the manager's shit, bro, because you're just watching two players do what they want. We're losing, and you don't tell them to move. Bro. Get out of here, bro.
Do you know, in answer to your earlier question, Jay, this is just my opinion of him. Szoboszlai, for me, like we've all watched a lot of football, right? And Szoboszlai for me is just a particular standout player in the way in which he runs, the way in which he controls the ball, and just how he sort of carries himself on and off the ball. Like, yes, work rate, yes, powerful running. When he gets back, we spoke earlier on about how he tracked a man for yards, right? But once he got there, he wasn't blowing and out of breath. He still had strength and energy in his lungs to be able to fend that guy off who's done a lot less yards in that initial sprint, right? And he's able to be strong in the final moment to be able to win that ball back or play his part physically in winning that ball back, right? So that shows real energy and power, right, in his fitness. But also when he's on the ball, we've seen it more in glimpses than consistent performances for 90 minutes. But when he's on the ball and he runs with it, I like the way he carries the ball. And you mentioned the guy in Nunes. I'm the opposite with him. I don't like the way he runs with the ball. It looks like he's not in full control of it, right? So I like the way that Szoboszlai carries the ball. I think he's got close control. I think how far he pushes the ball out from his body when he's sprinting is like in the mid-range. It's not proper close control, but it's not overstretched. So I always feel like he's got that option to chop and change direction as well. And you've seen it. I remember he won a penalty last season in where he was running with the ball and then he just chopped it outside of the right foot and he almost stops the ball dead and then the player swept his feet, right? It was a little bit of a dive in there, but he tried to. He's seen it towards the end of today's game. It's a little thing he likes to do where he carries the ball and then he almost chops on it to kill it dead and change the direction. And I like that because I like that dynamism. Gravenberch does it in a slightly different way, and you even see Tammy Abraham do it a little bit with the drag back and then go forward again. But Szoboszlai does it where he runs in one direction, then he kills the ball and tries to change direction. Didn't come off, in today's game. Actually, he got tackled and dispossessed. But I like that control. So when I think about Szoboszlai, I think about how he carries the ball. I like how he's quite dynamic with his chopping and changing direction. I've seen his striking ability, right? He scored 1 or 2 good goals at Liverpool. Obviously, the Leicester one was a great hit. And I think he's so capable of doing that more so. I just look at his overall game. I'm not looking at stats. I'm looking my eye test, and I just like that type of player. I like that type of composure. I like that type of control. I just hope for Szoboszlai's sake, and me personally, because I want to see him succeed because I like his style. I want him to just be cuter with the ball, and especially in and around the 18-yard box. Running power is great. Ball carrying ball ability is great, striking's great, but you do need that cuteness just to play them little slide rule passes, them little 5-yard passes, them 1-2s and stuff. And in today's game, first half in particular, we went quite central with our build-up. Gravenberch receives the ball, he threads it into Jota, right, and Jota lays it off. But sometimes it's threaded into Szoboszlai, and it is hit with pace, but you've got to be able to control that. It can't bounce around, and it did bounce a little bit, and that's where you need to improve. That in them moments there where not every pass into you is going to be great, but you need to control it regardless. It's going to have some power on it, control it regardless. But not only control it, turn on it, play the pass off, get a 1-2, slide the man through. There was almost a chance he almost played Salah through with the through ball and it got cut out. They're the moments where you just need to have that extra level of accuracy. And I think if he gets that alongside some better decision making, that level of accuracy can improve and that cuteness can improve. I think you've genuinely got a quality all-rounder Now, time will tell whether he relieves that potential, right? But I just watch him play and I'm just like, I can see how this guy could be, if he performs well, one of the best midfielders in Europe. I think he can be that good. I think that's the potential he's got, just because of all those things I've just said. And whether or not he gets there, I don't know. He's certainly got to improve on his accuracy. But I think he's got about him to be a proper modern day dynamic box to box midfielder. I think he can be great, and you can't say that for everyone really. You know, there's a lot of players with good abilities, but how many have proper all round ability? I don't think there's too many, to be honest with you.
No, I hear it, man. I hear it. I fully hear it. Man.
Big up, guys, man. Great conversation as always, man. You guys got anything tomorrow? Streams or anything?
But I just took some notes from what we're talking about, so I can make some videos of it still. So maybe. What day is it tomorrow? Thursday, Wednesday. Yeah, I might throw stream together tomorrow. Talk about it a bit more.
No, honestly, you're right, man. None of the man them that cooked Sobo and Trent the other day called in still.
That was it. I didn't even know. That's true.
Yeah,
man, just don't need to go out on the ledge every time and the end of the
that's all I'm saying.
No need,
just
man. No need. Keep it for the one game. Yeah, I mean, but when man start talking about Salim, man, and that after one, like flipping. You can only imagine the headlines tomorrow, bro. All of a sudden, Liverpool's winning the Champions League, bro.
Bro, yeah. That's why I asked you guys at the beginning.
Yeah, man.
I think it was I said it in the preview. I think it was a crucial game for us. You know, I think the result really needed to go the right way. I feel like it's a little bit of a reset. You know, it's really helped to get the result at the weekend kind of in the past, and we showcased today that we can go away, we can perform well, we can score the goals and take our chances. Yes, we could have scored more, but it's a little bit of a reset, and we can go into Bournemouth now thinking, okay, we've had a good start to the season, one little setback, but we've put that behind us and we move on again. I think if we'd have got a bad result today, it could have really, you know, had a dramatic impact on us and really, really killed some momentum that we were building. But feels like we got back on where we should be in today's game, which is great to see, and good to see a little bit of rotation as well. So
yeah, I think sometimes the players, man, like mentally, you can just lie to yourself, whether it's true or not, man. Really, we just got, you know, smash and grab against Forest, we got done, but you just lie to yourself, say, nah, you just seen what we did to AC Milan now. So obviously, it's just a bad day in the office, especially if you go beat Bournemouth, it's just a bad day in the office, bro. Tell yourself some lies if you have to, man. Fake it till you make it and all that, bro, and then run it, bro. Because if man just go win every game now for the next 10 games or something like that, bro, then it is just going to look like a bad day in the office. If we had lost tonight, then it would be like, oh, I'm not saying from everyone on this panel, but for the man them who lose their mind all the time, we're like, I don't know about the slot guy, you know. And that's the difference, because you can't go from, give him a chance and give him time, and I'm not even looking at this season, looking at the following season, win a few games, and then now you're looking at this season again, lose another game, and you're like, might have to get rid of him. You can't go through all them emotions in one thing, bro. Like, it's got to be one or the other. It can't be, you know what I mean? I heard man talking about, as soon as we lost the Forest, it's not his team. What? It's not his team, and Klopp was living in the players' heads, and it's Linda's fault. What, Rev? This, you know why this is Slot's team? Because he told us he don't know if he can improve on them, Rev. So you had the chance to, you didn't. Now it's your team, big man. Hold that. You know the way there, bro. What are you talking about? Yeah, he's gonna have to live and die by this team now, big man. You know what I mean?
VIBZZ keeps getting added to the equation every time.
Man, them still mentioning VIBZZ, bro. We need to get a lifeblood because that is so long ago. It's ridiculous. That's so long, man. Man, them still cussing Lindas and that. Like we didn't win the trophies after VIBZZ left. All right, safe at it, bro. Yeah, craziness, man. But you know how it goes, bro.
If you guys ain't doing the show, I might do a little chill zone, bro, because I'm sure we can break down the game a bit more and have a.
What are you saying, midday or evening?
Might be. I want to say midday.
All right.
Nah, because I got training.
Sounded better, but fair enough.
Nah, I got training tomorrow. I don't finish till 7, then you know. What I mean?
Okay.
We're at 100% win rate, bro. I need to, you know what I mean? I got to focus and get the ideas across.
Man said dictator ends on that, bro. No wonder the kids.
Nah, Sam can't be having no Forest. You know what I mean? Little 1-0s in that, bro. You gotta keep going.
Hey, just before we head out, right? We spoke about it in the preview about the Anfield factor.
Yeah.
Do you think we might perform better in Europe and away from home this season?
No, we
Yeah.
haven't.
Yeah,
No, we haven't.
yeah, I do, man. Don't get it
Possibly.
twisted, bro. The players don't like Liverpool, blood. I'll tell you the truth, blood. They don't. Only Trent and Curtis like it, blood. The rest of the man, they don't like Liverpool. They all live in. They don't. They all live in Cheshire, innit, blood. So when they have to drive into Liverpool, they're like, "Fucking hell, blood, here again, bro. This is long, bro."
Yeah.
So,
I just think playing away from home, there's an acceptance that if we need to sit back and not particularly create anything, it's okay. So when we do go and create something, we get momentum. We just live in that moment. But at Anfield, there's an expectation, and I think it goes against what I'm trying to get them to do. And I think they're probably going to psych themselves out at Anfield. I can see it happening, to be honest. You know, they'll want to. Slot will be saying, "Look, control the ball. You know, don't take too many risks. Go forward when you can. But if you can't create an opportunity, recycle it and go back." And the Anfield crowd's going to be like, "Nah, I don't want to see this. What's going on?" And then it creates a bit of a divide, and it could add to the pressure for the players. But hopefully, it's not the case. I can just see us just performing better away from home. To be honest,
I think football fans just need to get back to enjoying football again, bro. And then the fans will be just fine, bro. But I don't know what's happened to football fans, but they've all changed, haven't it? But no one wants to enjoy football or winning games or anything anymore, bro. Everyone just wants to be right, bro. That's all they care about.
Yeah, that's so true.
Robert and Honesty, man, save them questions, man, and we'll chop them up tomorrow. Man. But man, big up, man. Feeling tired.
Big up, man.
Win.
Big up, man.